Welcome everybody to Wednesday Night Hoops as we are into the second game of our doubleheader. In this men's college basketball matchup, we have the Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech opening up a three-game homestand as it opens up with facing off against the Saints of Aquinas. Thank you for joining us on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. I'm John Stone. I'm joined by Jan Volker. And Jan, Lawrence Tech coming in, they have won 5 straight, and now they open up a very tough conference schedule, starting with Aquinas tonight. Then they got Rochester and Indiana Tech.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough stretch to go along forward there as we getting close to the beginning of February. And I got to say that this Blue Devil squad is definitely putting the good work as they need it to be. Of course, like you said, they've won 5 straight. They're coming off of a win against Great Lakes Christian in a dominating performance. And you got to imagine how good that the Blue Devils needed to be right now.
And now tonight, they're going against arguably some of the best athletic talent that you have seen in this conference. But you look at it this way, and I talked to head coach Josh Pickens before the game. He said that the amount of talent, when you look at the first-place team compared to the sixth-place team, the talent is so elite, you can never win so many games in a row. And the last time these two teams met, Lawrence Tech met their match, and Aquinas got the win over there in Grand Rapids. So we'll see how it fares around this time around inside the Don.
So let's see if the Blue Devils can get the revenge against the Aquinas side and hopefully split the season series.
Opening tip-off is won by Aquinas, and it starts with Caleb Mitchelson. Give it away to Donovan Brown-Boyd. One of the most athletic guys out there. Gives way to Devin Boyd underneath. Kick out to Mitchelson. One-on-one with Dolan. He got stopped around the charity stripe. Brown Boyd, a kick out. Mitchelson underneath. Inside the paint. Little floater, just short. Rebound by Dolney.
Now let's see how the Blue Devils can get the pace going there. They have got some offensive scoring around the way with Brendan Beavers along the way.
Ward. Give and go to Beavers. Beavers inside. Kick out over to Dolney. His three-ball shot just rolls off. And rebound is made by Andrew Larson. Quickly on it. Got to try to get to Ryan Weir. Around the perimeter to Brown Boyd. One-on-one with Ward. Kick out. High one over to Mitchelson. Good block and a takeaway by Dolney. Great defense.
That was a nice good coverage from Aaron Dolney to try to pressure off of number 24, Caleb Mitchelson.
So after the steal, Dolney will try again from the top of the key. Just short. And it's picked up by Devin Boyd. So now Aquinas trying to get that early bucket. Over to Weir. Down low to Mitchelson. One-on-one with Dolney. Kick out around the perimeter. Defense is so far playing out for Lawrence Tech within these early minutes. A mismatch on Boyd. That's Yanulsis. A long three by Brown Boyd. And it's off the mark. Rebounded by Beavers. Quickly on into transition. Beavers down the lane with the foul. Count it. Early three-point opportunity for Brandon Beavers to start it.
That is what Brandon Beavers is all about. Chopping up the bit and getting the foul along the way. Of course, definitely he has been rewarded as one of the all-time leading point scorers on the Blue Devil squad.
Accomplished that feat in just last week against Cornerstone and was honored earlier tonight with an official placard. But still, a lot more games to come for Beavers to really create that sentimental record of his own in a short rebirth of a program. Now Brown Boyd, good fake pass inside the lane, a kick out. Weir from the corner, way short. Picked up by Yanulsis. He's going to work quickly on it, and he's going to hand it off to Beavers for a setup.
This is a good work there, trying to play the strategy there for the Blue Devils there.
Ward in a one-on-one, and they're going to call the charge. Ward ran right into Ryan Weir. A bit of a mismatch. Ward at 6'6", Ryan Weir at 6'1", so it's going to be an offensive foul, and the first one against Ward.
Yeah, Nathaniel Ward was trying to get the handle on it, trying to go able to make the turn, and of course knocks down by getting the foul.
So it's still a 3-0 lead. Each side with their first foul apiece. Mitchelson waiting around the screen. Gives it over to Weir. Good pressure by Beavers. Gives it off to Boyd. Around to the corner for Mitchelson. Shot clock It's down to 5.
They got to hurry.
Inside, Brown Boyd. A strong finish, gets the rebound and puts it up and in. Donovan Brown Boyd with his first bucket.
Donovan Brown Boyd able to try to get it on the second time around. He couldn't get it to work around, and that's coming from a guy who averages 16 points per game.
A step back 3 by Beavers with the response.
What a response that was for Brendan Beavers there, who almost averages 19 points per game. He started every game so far this season. He's putting in all the good work there for the Blue Devils.
Mitchelson again, a drive inside the paint, defended by Ward, too high off the glass, rebounded by Gonzalez. And now Beavers on it again, a kick out to the corner. Thought about it, Gonzalez held up, inside, and just too strong to finish. Ward with the rebound, trying to go for a reverse, and taken away by Brown Boyd.
Daniel Ward nearly had it coming there, but a great coverage for the Saints to get it going.
And Beavers trying to go for the steal. Got the contact on Brown Boyd, so it's going to be called for the foul. It's going to be a foul on the floor, so this will be an inbound play. A lot of fast-paced action open up this one. Just like we mentioned, Lawrence Tech within 3 games here at home. And they're going to be welcoming Rochester this weekend and then next Wednesday against a top team, that being Indiana Tech. Inside for Devin Boyd, one-on-one, got around Dolney, but cannot put on the finish. Rebounded by Beavers, quickly in transition. Over to Dolney, lost the handle, gets it out to Beavers again. Back and forth, and a steal by Weir. Ryan Weir is going to be, denied! Gonzalez got a piece of it.
What a block from Gonzalez, as the turnover was nearly had it. But man, that was a good block there from Gonzalez to try to keep it up at 6-2.
Almost a mismatch around all corners. Now Dolney, a bit of man-to-man coverage, working his way down low. One-on-one against Jared Larry. Beaver, shot clock, they got to put up a shot. Ward has got to put it up for grabs, and it's not going to count. It waited too long, did not get off the hand before the buzzer. It's going to be a shot clock violation.
And Ward was trying to be quick there, but it was too late when he was trying to get the shot off. So for this Aquinas team, of course, they have had some good looks and they had some struggles there along the way. They're coming off of a loss against Lawrence. They have lost 5 of the last 10.
Good spin around move, and Jared Larry gets his first bucket as he worked one-on-one against Beavers down low. And so now it's a 2-point game. And off the tip, nearly at a steal, that's Bennett Sinner. Off the bench, graduate student from Grand Rapids. Ward nearly had his dribble taken away. Drive down low by Beavers, got stopped by the elbow. And a bounce pass got through the legs. It's picked up by Boyd. In transition. Kick out over to Larson. Over to Boyd again, but he's going to be called for the travel.
And the travel. So Devin Boyd, he was thought about going for the 3, but he took a little bit, one step too much.
And we're going to go into our first media timeout of the first half. We're going to step aside. 6-4, low score. We'll be right back.
Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
So out of the media timeout, Blake London, Cameron McEvans in for Lawrence Tech. 10 total points only within the first 5 minutes of this early contest. Gonzalez trying to change that. A drive down low, one-on-one with Jared Larry. A good wraparound. Alejandro Gonzalez gets a 4-point lead now for Lawrence Tech.
Easy finish there from Alejandro Gonzalez there. He is definitely putting up a good work. 14 points in the last game against Grace Christian. He was 4 for 6 from downtown.
We have a mismatch down low. Center from the top of the key. Gets it over to Larson. Donovan Brown Boys trying to work one-on-one with Blake London. A mismatch. Shot clock is down to 5. Larry puts it up. Off the mark. Rebound by Ward, but it's going to be an offensive foul. So they're going to get Donovan Brown Boyd, the sophomore forward from Grand Rapids.
He was trying to get the rebound there, but Nathaniel Ward was up to it, and then there's a push.
So
Let's
again,
see how the Blue Devils can work things out here. We're up by 4.
Cameron McEvans definitely a high candidate for WAC Player of the Week as he's put up 20-plus, 33 against Cleary last week, and he's going to get fouled on the way up. And so Cameron McEvans is going to get his chance at his first buckets from the charity stripe.
Cameron McEvans was trying to get through the defense of the Saints and then trying to get to the hoop, but the foul was called and he'll get a chance to shoot too.
But again, talking about the pure talent that is McEvans, put up 33 against Cleary, 27 against U of M Dearborn, and a 23 case against Grace Christian.
Yeah, Grace Christian, of course, coming into tonight, averages nearly 13 points per game. Of course, he is a 76% free-throw shooter. He definitely loves to come on out of the bench and trying to make an impact there for the Blue Devils.
He's going 2 for 2 from the line. And you can almost make the case that McEvans is their ultimate force off the bench. He, along with Blake Lund, play tremendous defense, as we see Menolito McGee in as well off the bench for Aquinas. Another mismatch down low. Now Jared Larry got around through the contact and from behind. They're going to get Blake Lund as he was trying to come from over behind the back of Jared Larry for the block.
He was trying to go drive it towards the lane, and then there were 2-3 Blue Devils players swimming around him, and that was a foul there, and that is on Blake Lund. So Jared Larry, of course, will get a chance. His 2 free throws there. Of course, he was 5 for 8 from field goal range, picking up 11 points in the last game against Lord. Sorry, 2 of the last 4.
And speaking of that Lord's team, they were ranked number 10 during that one game. And so after that win against Aquinas, they have now moved themselves up to 7th in the country right now, as that team has been on an elite level, leading the way in this conference.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Lords is definitely one of the best teams in WAC when it comes to basketball.
And Lawrence Tech, they were on the road and they had knocked off Lords earlier in the year in overtime, and then they'll have to deal with them later on in the season. So it should be a great matchup regardless as the season goes along.
This will be a great matchup there going down the stretch.
So now Beavers.
You have the schedule, the strength in the schedule, you come to realize
how what a move, what a step back, and off the mark. Rebounded by McGee. He gets to Larry in transition. And good stop by Gonzalez. So back down low, another mismatch as Brown Boys working on one-on-one with McEvans. Then a switch.
There.
McGee down low to Larry. One-on-one again. Underneath, reverse layup and a beauty by Jared Larry. Got for all that traffic underneath on the baseline.
Finally, we got a basket there for the Saints there.
To the corner, Gonzalez gets it.
Alejandro Gonzalez, that's what he is all about. He likes to shoot threes. He's definitely an impressive three-point shooter at 42%.
Alejandro Gonzalez getting WAC Player of the Week just a few weeks back in the month of December. And definitely averaging those 20 points a game during that stretch. Once again, Brown Boyd Try to step back, down low to center. One-on-one with McEvans. Shot clock down to 3. Underneath to McGee. Just rolls off. Picked up by Ward. Another good defensive stop. Quickly on it to the corner. McEvans thought about it. Kind of lost his footing. A long feed to Lund. Down low. Tried to feed Ward on the run, but it's picked off. Andrew Larson underneath again. Inside, Jared Larry with the hammer.
Nice finish
And
from Jared
they're
Larry.
going to issue a technical foul to Larry because he hung on to the rim, and then he slapped it backward for a delay of game.
Hanging on to the rim is going to cost you, bud. So, there you go. I know.
So this would be technical three throws coming up for, and now Brandon Beavers will be the elective to shoot them. The basket will count. You can only hang on to the rim for a certain extent, but for Jared Larry, he kind of held on and then catapulted himself up and he hit the backboard, so almost a bit of excessive celebration.
Yeah, you don't want to like hang on to the rim for too long.
Now there's some discussions at the scorer's desk, and now that it is confirmed it will continue. Beavers missed the first one, and Lawrence Tech will have possession after this shot. Able to go 1 for 2. And so, substitute in, Brian Weir comes in for Donovan Brown-Boyd. Nathaniel Ward.
1 for 2 for Brendan Beavers now. Now right now it's a 4-point lead for the Blue Devils, so no worries. They have a great component in Aquinas. And right now they got to get themselves going there. They want to keep the momentum right now. Right now both of these teams have 3 fouls apiece. Oh, make that 4 actually, 4-3. But, you know, like we said, you know, this Aquinas team definitely put up the points. They have been struggling over the last few games, but they definitely making it out to work.
Gonzalez from the wing, off the heel, and it hit, and unfortunately it will not count as it hit the wiring right above the rim.
It hit the stanchion and then it went in. It didn't count. Oh, that's got to be a tough break for Alejandro Gonzalez. That would have been a great 3 to add it up to their lead.
Already 2 for 6 is Lawrence Tech. This team shoots probably most threes out of anybody else in the conference and puts up the third best three-point shooting team in the entire conference, let alone an Andrew Larson with a good hook shot.
Nice finish there from Andrew Larson, who averages 29 points in it, 29 minutes per game, definitely putting up a show.
Pass was knocked down by Jared Larry as they were trying to kick out to Dolney. To McEvans, his first chance, off the heel, and it's picked up by Weir. So now Aquinas trying to take advantage, get the response. 2-point game. Larry one-on-one with Beaver, spin around, 18-footer off the mark, rebounded by Dolney. Now Beavers trying to work quickly. And Beavers with a great cross-up and got it out to McEvans on a deflection. Dolney, a hot, long 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Larry.
Man, that was incredible move from Brendan Beavers. Almost a nasty finish.
And a foul underneath. And they're going to get Alejandro Gonzalez. And this will take us into our second media timeout. So it's still a close game, 14-12. We'll return after this.
Curiosity arrives, lighting a path you tenaciously pursue. The unknown presents new challenges, drawing you to a future ready for change. You'll find your calling is closer than imagined. A destination with all the technology and tools to make magic. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just 4 walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
Out of the media timeout, Lawrence Tech currently leading in turnovers 5-2. And another staggering stat is that Aquinas leads the bench points 8-2, and they have 6 points off of turnovers.
Absolutely, and Brandon Peavers is definitely doing the work now with 7 points. Coming off 2 for 3 from the field. He is definitely picking up some points here for the Blue Devils side. It's been a close game so far between both of these teams, so let's see how things can go to work here as we are a little over halfway through this first.
Definitely some of the lower scoring affairs, especially halfway through this first half. It's all about trying to counteract. McEvans inside down the paint, got around, and nearly had the rebound, but it's off the hands of Donovan Brown-Boyd.
Brown-Boyd was trying to keep it in play, but it went too far out, and the Blue Devils will have possession from their own end.
Jacob Howard, the redshirt freshman, is in. The inbound was to Yanulsis. They get it around the perimeter. To the corner, Dolney, a tight window, and it goes in and out. Rebounded by Ryan Weir. And now Mitchelson. Weir down low to Brown-Boyd on a double team. Weir was left open from the wing, and he makes them pay with the 3 ball.
And that's their first lead of the game. Of course, Ryan Weir averaging 3 points per game, almost 4 points per game. But Ryan Weir is doing the good work there, bringing the lead for the Blue Devils.
Dolney will try. Off the mark again, and a nasty fall. That was Mitchelson, and he hit hard, and he's in pain.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying to go for the rebound, and they will call it. There is a foul on the play.
You can hear the impact there from up here. My man, I hope that Wilson is all right.
We're going to step aside for a quick injury timeout. So it's a good sign to see as we saw Caleb Mitchelson, the redshirt sophomore from Muskegon, is back up on his feet, took a nasty spill. The foul on the play was called against Donovan Brown-Boyd. So this will be an inbound play. Aquinas has their 16 fouls. They lead it now 15-14. And you don't want to see that happen because the hardwood is not forgiving whatsoever.
Yeah, of course, Caleb Mitchelson, before he started, coming into tonight, starting in the last 4. And he is a redshirt sophomore.
So Yanulsis, bounce pass over to Ward. Ward inside the zone, a kick out. Gonzalez thought about it, but he just stepped out of bounds. The zone read that Aquinas is sponsoring is really trying to force Lawrence Tech to really work their way inside the paint.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Blue Devils definitely trying to have the opportunities that they can get from where they need to be there. But for Alejandro Gonzalez, definitely trying to get the momentum going. But right now.
So now Boyd one-on-one with Beavers, really trying to work around, nearly lost his footing, and nearly a travel there. Good pressure by Beavers. A long 3 by Weir, and it just rolls off. Nearly from the LTU logo. It's picked up by Yanulsis. Quickly in transition to McEvans. McEvans, a good spin maneuver, good fake, but he's called for the walk as he could not get the footing right.
McEvans had that great footwork there, but he went a little bit too much by holding the ball, and we get a timeout on the floor.
This is going to be a full timeout taken by Lawrence Tech. So, Jan, the score is this low. You're past the halfway point. And Lawrence Tech has a couple of turnovers here and there, as it's now 7 turnovers, as that was their 7th. So what are you seeing right now from Lawrence Tech in which they can't get going on the offense?
I think they're being a little bit too comfortable on the ball there. They're trying to have some good work there on the coverage there, but sometimes it could be an illusion to them. So if I were the Blue Devil side, I hopefully try to make sure that we gotta have patience. We gotta have more comfortable on the ball there, especially on the front court.
Aquinas has 3 steals in this first half and 2 assists. As Lawrence Tech, this is the kind of mantra, 2 out of 10 from 3-point range. And usually when they're down in a ditch, they normally try to shoot their way out, and they always do so, as they've won 5 straight coming into tonight's contest, going against one of the more athletic teams in the conference in Aquinas.
Yeah, Aquinas 10-10 overall, 7-7 in the conference. Like I said, they had some tough stretches along the way. They have lost 4 out of the last 6, I should say. One game went to double overtime for Aquinas.
And this is going to be a foul on the way up, and Unosis was caught jumping. And this is going to be the 14th foul, and it's going to put Devin Boyd, redshirt sophomore out of Grand Rapids, go to the line to shoot.
And of course, Devin Boyd is also a redshirt sophomore as well. Actually, you can see the first one connected.
So Unosis was called for his first foul. He's going to be replaced by Blake Lund. Definitely more guard-heavy lineup this time around, leaving the one forward, that being Nathaniel Ward, and also forward in his own right, Alejandro Gonzalez.
And of course, Ward, coming into tonight, he is shooting 96% from the free-throw line. So, incredible free-throw shooter.
That's just the incredible athletes in this one conference alone. They had Ward open on the indoor cut. Around the perimeter to McEvans. Now to Lund. Lund working his way against Howard. Fade away jumper. Off the mark. Rebounded by Beavers. He's got to put up a shot. Ward underneath with the foul. Count it.
That's what I'm talking about. Nathaniel Ward able to get the coverage, find the open lane, and puts it home, and now he gets a chance to shoot one more.
That foul will put Lawrence Tech into the bonus with 7:07 left to go. And now Ward, one shot could possibly tie this at 17.
Of course, Nathaniel Ward started every game so far this season. He was 5 for 9 against Great Lakes Christian.
Just rolled off, and this is going to be an offensive foul called on Gonzalez as he was pressuring on the back of Andrew Larson. So Menelito McGee, in his senior year, he's also a Grand Rapids native. A lot of Grand Rapids talent coming out of the Grand Rapids area that's close by to the campus of Aquinas, so they know how to recruit locally, so leading the way.
Yeah, of course, Aquinas is where it's at right now.
Steal by Ward. Ward all alone underneath, puts it up with the jam. Nathaniel Ward with the hammer to give Lawrence Tech the lead.
Nathaniel Ward is putting on a good work here so far. Now, like I said, of course, Grand Rapids is where Aquinas is at right now. That's their home place right now. And, of course, we got some great locals there for players in the Grand Rapids area.
Larson, one-on-one with Gonzalez. Good pressure, but Larson able to get around it for the bucket. So back and forth we go.
Nice easy finish there from Andrew Larson as he was trying to get away from the double team.
Gonzalez again. A mismatch on a low bounce. Picked up by Lund. Around the perimeter again. A fade underneath. Ward got around, but he cannot put on the finish. He felt pressure put on by Larson and could not put out the glass. Now McGee the other way. Larson faked the three. Good pull-up jumper from way below the baseline and got some help from the rim.
All right, now the Blue Devils need to pull out some work there, down by 3.
Gonzalez will try a long 3, and he gets it. A little bit of momentum, and that ties it.
And that ties the game up here at 21. Gonzalez now 2 for 3 from downtown.
One-on-one McGee and McEvans down low. Good fake. McGee with the finish.
That's a nice finish there from McGee. So putting up a good show here.
Gonzalez gives way to Ward. To McEvans from the wing. Off the mark. And only one Blue Devil down low. That was Gonzalez as Andrew Larson came away with a rebound.
So we're nearly close to the end of the first, and right now the Blue Devils trying to get them along the coverage in the 2-3 zone.
Three ball at the top of the key by Larson, and he gets it. Looked at all of his options, and he's got it over Gonzalez. So now Beavers in underneath. This is going to be a foul away. They're going to get McGee as he had almost the backside of Karen McEvans. So it's 17 foul. And Lawrence Tagari within the bonus, so McEvans will shoot. Down by 5.
And this is it looks like we got a timeout here on Aquinas.
This is going to be a quick 30-second timeout taken by Aquinas. And the score is 26-21. One of the lowest scoring affairs in a first half we have seen this year.
Yeah, it's been a seesaw battle between these two teams. Very defensive coverage there from both of these squads there, but you got to imagine how much confidence that both of these teams could get there as we approach the last few minutes of the first half.
The Aquinas Saints underneath the leadership of Ryan Bertoya in his 7th year, and coming into tonight, Aquinas is about as even as you can get. 10-10 overall, 7-7 within conference play. It is basically, like you said, a seesaw-type battle, but that's basically the Aquinas case throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, like we mentioned, of course, Aquinas have struggled within these last few games. They have lost 4 of the last 5. One of the game went to double overtime, and that was against Siena Heights. But their last win, of course, was on January 24th against Rochester in a 90-82 win.
And that's a huge pickup because Rochester is one of those top 2 teams in this conference this year, as McEvans cannot convert on the 1-and-1 try. So now McGee in transition gives over to Brown Boyd. Down the baseline, and it's not going to count. Fouls on the floor. It's going to be on Nathaniel Ward. That is the 6th Lawrence Tech foul. And one more that will put Aquinas into the bonus.
All right, now Giannis is heading back on.
So Unosis back in. Trying to add on. Inbounded to Brown Boyd. A 3-ball over Beavers. It was well short, and good box out right there by Blake Lund on Jared Larry. Okay. Now quickly in transition. Give and go to Beavers. Beavers hesitated a bit on the screen. Beavers inside. All the way to the corner for Dolney. Off the mark. Rebounded by Larry. So now Jared Larry. Give and go to Brown Boyd. All the way to Andrew Larson. Trying to get the mismatch down low. Gives way to center. A floater deep within. And there's a foul called as Blake Lund got the hand in.
It was a nice, good work there from Brown Boyd to try to get to the basket. And now he gets a chance to shoot too. Right now, Brown Boyd will get his first 2 attempts.
And makes the first one as Donovan Brown Boyd, sophomore forward, 6'5", and as we mentioned, Grand Rapids, went to Elevation Prep, same area of town as Jacob Howard, the redshirt freshman, and a lot of business administration majors within this Aquinas squad.
And get this, Brown Boyd is along the leading scorers there for all the Saints in the first 20 minutes of the contest. All 4 of them combined, along with Larry, Larson, and Boyd, with 32 Aquinas points in a game against Lords.
Beavers inside, a kick out to the corner. Dolney faked it, step back. 3 balls off the mark, and a rebound try, but it's off of Gonzalez.
Gonzalez was trying to get the handle on it, trying to get the offensive rebound, but couldn't handle to do it.
3:22 left to go here in this first half. Low scoring, as about as low as you can get it. McGee let it roll to half court.
Yeah, McGee was trying to patiently wait to see how many seconds they have to do it before grabbing the ball.
Center faked it, trying to get it to Donovan Brown Boyd, and they do so. A jumper from the elbow, off the mark, rebounded by Yanusas. Now Beavers.
Let's see how the Blue Devils can do about this, down by 6.
Beavers left all the way alone and could not put it up as Larson was way up in the lane but did not get any contact.
That was a great move by Brendan Beaver, but he almost gets the finish where you wanted to have.
A long three, and it goes in courtesy of Donovan Brown Boyd. That's going to cause Josh Pickens to call a timeout. And Pickens is basically looking for answers at this point as the Blue Devils are down by 9 with 2:38 left to go. And this could be a quick 30-second timeout, but you see how low the scores are, and it's because even though the amount of shots, Lawrence Tech shooting only 29% from the field goal range, and then 3 out of 14, 21% from three-point range, 4 out of 7 for free throws.
And that's a tough break because, you know, good credit to the Aquinas defense for putting on the work. Right now, Blue Devils need to try to find some ways to try to make some improvements in field goal range there. Because right now, this is not looking good for the Blue Devil side.
10 bench points from the Saints as they have basically utilized all their bench. And we all know that Josh Pickens, he runs a very short bench, but yet he wants answers and he finds a way to get them and he gets them fast.
Right now, hopefully the game plan could work out here for the Blue Devils there.
Gonzalez on a near mismatch, giving go to McEvans. Inside the paint, a little floater rolls in.
And that's one way to get it done there, and nicely finished there from McEvans.
Inside the center, one-on-one with Beavers, trying to wrap around, threw out an elbow, and he got it off the glass. Nearly got away with a big shove right there, but it goes in for center for his first bucket.
That should have been a foul at least.
Rolling pass to Gonzalez. To Dolney. High arcing three goes in.
Right now the Blue Devils are catching up right now with under 2.
6-point game. Larson, good fake cut. Backdoor cut by Sinner, and he lost the handle. Quickly on it. Beavers down the lane. Got some contact going up. No foul called on both ends. And now it's Brown Boyd. A pull-up three from the top of the key off the mark. And it's rebounded by Dolney, and everything will settle down for the moment.
Right now, this is fast-paced action here for the Blue Devils so far. And right now, you can...
McEvans down the lane, got hit from behind, and they're going to get center.
So Bennett Center, of course, gets called for the foul.
So this will be a 1-and-1 try for McEvans. He missed on his first opportunity as the foul is called on Bennett Center, the grad student. And also another Grand Rapids native, went to Tri-Unity Christian High School and pursuing a master's in management.
Incredible.
And again, McEvans cannot convert. Rebounded by Larson. Approaching the final minute of this first half. Still a 6-point game. McGee. Down low again, McEvans nearly got a hit from behind. A fade out. Back around to the top. Larson. Out to center. Shot clock is down to 3. Center has to put up a shot. McGee gets it away, and it just rolls off. Rebounded by Dolney. Blue Devils working quickly to the corner. Gonzalez. And the foul is called, and Gonzalez is going to go to the line to shoot 3 free throws.
Unbelievable.
And for head coach Ryan Bertoya, he is furious about that call.
He didn't like what he saw there on the three-point try. But now this is getting close because with 3 three-pointers, Blue Devils can hopefully get back to within 3.
6-point game. Gonzalez has a chance now to cut it at least in half. Makes it first. 35.6 left to go. And they try to get a substitution in as Jacob Howard came in, but it has to be after the second. So, but if you're just joining us, earlier today, women's was in action, and it came down to the wire as Lawrence Tech was able to survive a last-second opportunity with a 67-66 finish. As Gonzalez makes the second.
It was a battle right towards the air on the women's side. Of course, I get a chance to call that along with you. It's been a back-and-forth battle there, right towards down to the wire.
About as close as you can make it close. And now Gonzalez to finish off the last one. Missed short. 2 out of 3 goes. It's now a 4-point game. It's about a 5 to 6 second differential between the play clock and the shot clock. McGee is going to try to run this out. It leads to the final moment of the play clock. Almost dead silence out there. Let's get it going. Give it to Larson. One-on-one against Unosis. A little floater off the mark. Rebounded by Howard, stripped loose, and it rolls out of bounds, and it goes to Lawrence Tech with 2.9 left to go. So Lawrence Tech with a final opportunity to try to get one more shot out to make this a little bit closer.
Oh boy, how close can you get there?
McEvans, one big heave, and it's just been short, and that's how the first half comes to end. So a low-scoring affair, Jan. Low as you can get. What has to happen?
Yeah, it's been a low-scoring affair between these two teams. Give credit to the defensive side, but you got to imagine how good that both of these teams can get things done on both the defensive covers. Right now, shooting opportunities need to be worked on there, especially on the Blue Devil side. But other than that, it's been a very good game battle there so far.
So 32-28 is the score. We'll return in about 15 minutes. This is our halftime for our nightcap. Welcome back, everybody, to our second half of our nightcap of Wednesday Night Hoops. Right here on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. John Still and Jan Volga here with you. And, Jan, we just experienced one of the lowest first halves of the season so far for Lawrence Tech. And, obviously, a huge part of that is courtesy of three throws. And as Aquinas is leading at 83%, 5 out of 6. Lawrence Tech 6 out of 11 with 54.
Yeah, it's not a good showing there for the Blue Devils there, especially when they're shooting 33% from field goal range. And that's an area that they need to improve on in the second half.
So Blue Devils will get the ball to start the second half, trying to cut into what is still a 4-point game. Gonzalez down low. Ward down the baseline, good underneath, reverse layup, got around Jared Larry.
And that's one of the things they need to work on is field goal range shooting, and that's what Nathaniel Ward is trying to get things going there, trying to get to the hoop.
Ward now up to 6, and that's a long three. Devin Boyd with the response.
Great response.
So now Ward thought about the pass and gives it over to Gonzalez, a give and go. Beavers fake the pass, stopped underneath, a kick out to Dolney. Ward at the elbow, fake the handoff to Yanulsis from the wing. Bit of an off-balance shot, and Jared Larry with the pickup.
All right, now Aquinas is doing a good job trying to have that coverage there. Trying to get that ball moving around and trying to pick up the pieces.
Larry one-on-one with Ward, gives way, a step back, lots of space, and off the mark was Donovan Brown-Boyd. So now Beavers, wide leg, go down the lane, and he gets it in on the layup with the left hand.
Brandon Beavers definitely saw the lane, he was open on the coverage, and makes it finish.
Now a three-point game. Lawrence Tech with some early responses here at the start of the second half.
Beavers now with 9 points tonight, 6 from 3 from the field.
Brown-Boyd one-on-one and trying to go up, and Ward's going to get called for the foul, and he's going to be in disbelief.
Yeah, Ward cannot believe that he got called for the foul. All he did was had his arms up there. Looks like it was contact being made, and that's why Nathaniel Ward gets called for the foul.
It's so difficult to dictate between a clean block and then contact made. So now Donovan Brown-Boyd going back to the line, 1 out of 2 in the first half. And now 2 out of 4. 2 out of 3, rather. Third foul on Ward, so he's going to be going to the bench, and now Cameron McGavin's back onto the court.
Yeah, third foul for Nathaniel Ward. He's going to take a seat right here. You don't want to get into foul trouble, especially early in the second half.
2 out of 4 is Brown-Boyd from the line. Now Beavers will bring things up for the offense. Gonzalez over to McEvans, thought about it, clear lane with the contact, and it pays off. McEvans with a smart play to go up one-on-one against Andrew Larson for the foul.
Cameron McEvans had a good look, trying to get to the basket. But good thing he's got a chance to shoot too. And a good thing there for Cameron McEvans is that he has some great looks along the way.
4 points total now for McEvans as he has put up the tremendous performances the last couple of weeks. Just rolls off with the first try. Yeah, we saw it in the last game, Jan, the fact that he wasn't shooting the three ball so much. He was actually taking more aggressive drives down the lane.
He has been on a roll in that last game against Great Lake Christian, shooting 8 from 11 from the field, and he picked up 20 points. That's one of his best performances so far this season.
Obviously his best was 33 against Cleary just a couple of weeks ago. Now Larry one-on-one with Yanulsis, back and forth passing, and we get a foul away from the ball, and they're going to call it on Alejandro Gonzalez as he's going to be called for a grab as he was trying to hang with Brown-Boyd.
So that'll be the second foul on Gonzalez, and inbounding the basketball right now is Donovan Brown Boyd. It's Devin Boyd, excuse me.
Around the perimeter. A long step back. Gives way to Weir. Weir nearly in a trap. McEvans has him cornered. Gives it away. Brown Boyd in a strip. Able to pick it up but not able to put in the finish. And he's going to go to the line anyway. The ball was stripped on the drive. And yet now another foul is being called. It's the third one on Gonzalez.
Wow, what a hustle there from Donovan Brown Boyd. He lost the ball for a moment, but he managed to stay with the play, and he just gets the foul at the end.
Off the mark. Brown Boyd now 2 out of 5, and now Blake Lund comes back in. So this is a really guard-heavy lineup right now. The one forward being Giannis Giannoulis. Off the heel. Now 2 out of 6. So Beavers with the pickup. Lawrence Tech's been given a couple of gives and some missed free throws, in which that was their main problem back in the first half. Giannoulis give and go to Beavers. One-on-one with Larson. A long kick out. McEvans off the mark. And Giannoulis gets the offensive board. And nearly a trap. McEvans will try again. He gets it in and out. Nearly another one.
Evans has a good look at threes, but he could not convert on any of them. That was a good look there from Evans.
Over to the corner for Brown Boyd. Off the mark. Rebounded by Lund. And quickly in transition now. Beavers gets into Larson. Long step. And on the pass attempt, they're going to get Larson for the foul. Second foul on Andrew Larson, and 3 fouls for Lawrence Tech, 2 already for Aquinas.
So right now it's early in the second half where fouls can be tough here for both of these teams.
Beavers trying to find the inbound, gets it into Dolney. For now up to Blake Lund. Oh, dangerous pass right there to Giannoulis. Gets it over to McEvans off the screen. McEvans inside, and he's going to be called for the travel as he tried to get through the double team.
McEvans was trying to get a shot off there, and now who else will get a timeout?
And this is going to be a quick 30-second timeout that's going to be taken on the floor. With 16:09 left to go, and what is still a 4-point game, it's still very low scoring. I mean, you talk about teams trying to take advantage of other opportunities. There has not been a lot in which you can call it as you will. 8 total points off of turnovers for Aquinas, 4 for Lawrence Tech off of turnovers, in which there hasn't been a lot of turnovers.
There's been a lot of turnovers, and that's one of the reasons why that the defense has been very good, especially on both of these teams there. So those turnovers can be tricky, especially the team that goes on the offensive side of things.
Lawrence Tech will get the ball to start this possession out of the timeout. And as we mentioned, Lawrence Tech coming into tonight winning 5 straight, really helped themselves out to get back within the top 6. Nearly on the outskirts of 5. They actually are tied for 5th place right now with Aquinas, as they're basically neck and neck within the conference standings.
Of course, you can take a look at the other games there. In WAC, of course, Lourdes and Concordia are tied at 38. Meanwhile, Cornerstone dominating U of M Dearborn with about 6 minutes to go in the second half. Of course, Rochester leading Cleary 59-45. That is the next match for Aquinas. Meanwhile, Madonna leading Northwestern Ohio early in the second half. And of course, Siena Heights and Indiana Tech leading Siena Heights late in the first half.
And I want to correct myself. Lawrence Tech is actually tied for 5th place right now with Cornerstone, and both of them have the same record, so depending on what happens tonight. And Lawrence Tech also is trying to go for a new program record within the modern era, 14 wins on the year, a feat that has not been made in this modern era since the rebirth of the program back in 2012, as there is another turnover. It's Blake Lund. And nearly a backcourt violation, but a good steal. Lund is in there for the defense, and another good near takeaway. Lund from the wing, he gets hit, and he's going to go to the line for it. Woo. Devin Boyd the guilty party. And that's his 4th foul, so Boyd is going to head to the bench.
And that's the 2nd time tonight that the Blue Devils will award 3 free throws. Last one was Alejandro Gonzalo. He made 2 of 3.
Lund makes the first, and there's Devin Boyd, the redshirt sophomore guard from Grand Rapids Catholic Central, and another business administration major. Definitely one of the premier shooters on this team as Lund makes the first 2 out of 3. And that's going to bring in Bennett Center.
Or Bennett Center, of course, spent 11 minutes back in the first half. It was 1 for 2 in field goal range.
And Blake Lund makes all 3. That helps get back within a 1-point game. Now McGee.
Blue Devils are catching up. They have been improving so far here in the second half.
Weir gets it down low to Larson. Larson, a cut inside the paint, a pull-up jumper, high arcing off the mark, and nearly a hit from behind. Beavers a full head of steam, and he's going to get fouled, and it's going to be on the floor. Larson cutting in front before Beavers can make a play, and it will be on Andrew Larson, so this will be an inbound play from underneath. And by correction, they actually called the foul on Jared Larry.
Yeah.
And so therefore Larry's going to go off. And that's the 3rd foul on Jared Larry.
Yeah, Jared Larry with his 3rd foul. Blue Devils will inbound the basketball right now.
Feed pass over to Ward. Give way to Lund. Lund, good ball control underneath. Got on center and nearly put it in. But Blake Lund with an aggressive drive, and he goes to the line.
That is great hustle by Nathaniel Ward.
So Lund, one of the better free throw shooters on the squad for Lawrence Sec this year. So far been on point. Has tied it now at 36, 15:01 left to go. He has gone 5 for 5. Lawrence Sec with their first lead of the night. Make that first lead of the second half. McGee analyzing all of his options, gave away to Weir. Now center, top of the key. Nearly faked it, almost a walk. Weir again to Brown Boyd. Shot clock inside 5, a give and go. Larson feeds it in right as the shot clock was down to 3.
Easy finish there for Andrew Larson right now. He now has 11 points tonight, 5 and 7 from the field.
And again, a foul on the floor. This one's going to be on center as Dolney was taking the aggressive drive. And with that foul, this is going to take us to our first media timeout of the second half. We're going to step aside in what is getting a lot closer now, 38-37.
Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Back to action now, the media timeout. Lund faked it in, nearly a swat by Larson. Lund down the lane, got tipped, and it's going to be a foul called very late. Andrew Larson displeased, and once again, Blake Lund's going to go to the line and now put Lawrence Tech into the bonus very early.
Wow, that is a huge break now for the Blue Devils. Third foul now on Andrew Larson. He needs to be very careful.
But more importantly, this early in the second half, as Lund makes the first, this early in the second half, you cannot really afford to put anybody in the bonus. Because any foul at this point leads to more free throws, and we just talked about it. Both teams have taken the same amount of free throw shots that they have three-point shots.
Especially, and of course you can see the stats right now as we're looking at it. 4 for 11 for Aquinas, 4 for 18 in the Blue Devils. So right now, improvement's got to be from downtown.
Lawrence Tech again up by 1. Gonzalez back into the contest. So is Jacob Howard. A long stretch. Down low to Larson. One-on-one with Gonzalez. Inside the paint. Howard with a high arcing three, and it goes in. The red shirt freshman gets his first bucket, and it's a huge one.
That was good on the long three from Jacob Howard.
Lawrence Tech now looking for the response, down by 2.
This is as close as we can get right here in the second half.
Back and forth. McGavin gives way to Lund. Ward down low, nearly lost the handle, ran into a trap, down low, and a good pass, but Gonzalez can't feed it. A fresh shot clock. McGavin is going to hold things up.
McGavin was thought about having to shoot for 3, but wait for it a little bit.
Step back, and he goes in off the bounce. Blake Lund with a little bit of an assist from the rim.
How about that for Blake Lund? He was dead for a moment. Foul should have been called, but a three-point was made.
I mean, you never see a three-pointer like that ever in this day and age. Hard to come by, but an 18-footer high arcing shot by Howard is off the mark. Rebounded by Ward.
So right now, 23 defensive rebounds for LTU. Now 24.
Lund is going to bring things up. One-on-one with Larson. Got through one reach in. Down low again. Fade away from inside the paint. That was short, and a good hustle by Ward. Underneath with the foul. Nathaniel Ward is going to go to the line. The aggressiveness of this LTU offense is paying dividends.
Nathaniel Ward has been on a roll right now. Not by his presence, but his hustle.
The foul is on Andrew Larson. That's his 4th foul.
And that's the 18th foul for Aquinas.
And more importantly, that's 2 players now out of their starting lineup that have 4 fouls. As we get a couple of subs coming in. Jared Dujner, the senior guard from Muskegon, making his first appearance of the night, along with Jared Larney.
And of course,
Larry,
Jared Dujner averaging 1 point per game.
Ward gets an assist from the rim on the second free throw. And once again, Lawrence Tech is up by 2.
This is a close battle that we can see here for both of these teams. And wait to see how this game progresses.
Larry one-on-one inside with Ward. A kick out. Howard again. A high arcing three is just short. It goes off. And a little help from the sideline official, and it's going to go to Lawrence Tech as it was last touched by Dujner.
Of course, Jared Dujner now playing his 9th appearance this season.
Beavers back into the contest. Took some time off and definitely needed the rest. And there's a foul away from the ball, and they're going to get Jacob Howard. The fouls keep piling up for the Saints early on in the second half. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 try since it was not a shot attempt.
So right now we've seen 27 total fouls for both of these teams, now 28. The 18th foul on Aquinas. Gonzalez will head to the line.
Gets the first one in. At this rate, it might come down to just free throws of how close and how small the game is.
Now Gonzalez will score 3 for 4 tonight. He can make it 4 for 5 and extends the lead to 4 for the Blue Devils.
Able to go 2 for 2 this time around.
And the Blue Devils are definitely on a roll right now.
Dozier down low. Brown Boyd got around Ward. And no contact. And there is contact on the way up as Brown Boyd was able to get the rebound. And now he's going to go back to the line.
Brown Boyd is doing all the good work here. That's one of the reasons why he's one of the best for Aquinas. Averaging 16 points per game as he is making his 20th straight start this season. He has started every game so far this season.
Makes the first one. He was 2 out of 6 rather, before that one right there. So now 3 out of 7. Goes 2 for 2 this time around. Makes it a 2-point game. Now Lawrence Tech trying to respond. Low pass to Ward. Over to McEvans. Nearly ahead. Larry on ice. Pull up. Underneath with some contact and rebound by Larry after all that. Now quickly on it. And he's going to give Lund for the drive. This is going to be the 15th foul on Lawrence Tech, and now the fouls are starting to pile up on the side of the Blue Devils, and that's the 3rd foul on Blake Lund.
Yeah, and you get to see a lot of fouls being intended there for both of these teams.
Little floater and a little bounce off the rim for Jared Larry.
And we're evening it up at 45.
So now Jared Larry up to 12 on the night so far. Only 2 players for the Saints within double digits. Lund got around and just rolls off, and once again Blake Lund is going to head to the line.
And Blake Lund doing the hustle once again. Fouls on Howard. That's his 2nd foul there for Aquinas. And Blake Lund, who is perfect so far in free throws, hoping to shoot 2 more.
Continuing that trend as is. For Ryan Bertoya in his 7th season, definitely got to be displeased with the amount of fouls. That's 10 in this second half. Lund remains on point. Gives Lawrence Tech back the lead.
And Blake Lund, of course, tied the team lead with Gonzalez now with 12 points.
Jared Larry gets around Gonzalez, spin around, and just rolls off. And it's going to be on Gonzalez. And once again, Jared Larry goes to the line.
We've seen some fouls, depending on the contact that was being made for both of these teams.
4th foul on Alejandro Gonzalez. 6th team foul on Lawrence Tech. One more would put Aquinas into the bonus as we are just 20 seconds away from the halfway point. Larry makes the first.
Right now, 32 total fouls for both of these teams. Aquinas with 19, Blue Devils with 13.
Yanulsis is back in for Gonzalez.
Of course, Gonzalez is in foul trouble right now with 4.
2 for 2 goes Jared Larry from the line. Back to an even ball game at 47. Ball, good fake by Ward, and he cannot play it off. Tried to go for the hammer, but hit the side of the rim. Kick out to McGee, but he stepped out of bounds.
Oh man, how highly intense, emotional drive that we've seen from one end to the other. Nathaniel Ward nearly misses a dunk. He does it there, but Blue Devils got away with one when the play was up out of bounds.
Beavers down low. He got a big shove by McGee, and that's going to send him back to the line. So this will more than likely be one-on-one. And now Nathaniel Ward is having words with McGee. And I guess the officials are going to have some discussions about this. But in the meanwhile, we're going to head to our second media timeout of the second half. Back and forth we go. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? 47 all. We'll be right back.
Curiosity arrives, lighting a path you tenaciously pursue. The unknown presents new challenges, drawing you to a future ready for change. You'll find your calling is closer than imagined. A destination with all the technology and tools to make magic. Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just four walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
If you're just tuning in and you're looking at the score, you think this is probably in the first half. But no, this is the second half, and we're halfway through it. It's 47 all between Lawrence Tech and Aquinas, and it's been basically a battle of the three throws. And Brandon Beavers is going to go to the line to shoot two on what is the 11th team foul by the Saints.
And of course, we're taking a look at the scores here from all around WAC. We got a final in Dearborn. Cornerstone dominating U of M Dearborn by a final of 104-45. We'll take a look at the other scores after the three throws.
Beavers nails down the first one. Beavers now at 10. 3 for 4 so far, and make that 5 for 6.
And of course, getting underway here in the second half. Of course, Indiana Tech leading Siena Heights 56-24. Meanwhile, Northwestern Ohio and Madonna leading 75-57. We see a turnover here.
Lost the handle was Jared Larry. He wanted a foul call for a reach-in, and it was Unusis who took away. McEvans got around underneath and got some contact, but there is a foul, and it's going to be on Ward for the reach over. And that will send Aquinas into the bonus. So now both teams, basically at this point, any foul is going to lead to three throws with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left.
And this could be a huge break right now for the Blue Devils there. We got a final in Rochester. Rochester beating Cleary 71-60. And of course, we're getting close to the closing moments in Concordia, where Lord's leading 58-50. And of course, Blake Lung and Aaron Joney heads back on for Nathaniel Ward.
Fourth foul called on Ward. So 3 Blue Devils players with 4 fouls, and this one just rolls in for Jared Duzner.
So we got 2 players in foul trouble. We got Gonzalez and Ward with 4. Both of these teams in the bonus.
Duzner goes 2 for 2 on the 1-and-1 chances. Back to an even ball game again. Lund got around Duzner, pulls up, a kick out. Dolney inside the lane, got around, high shot, and the ball is still loose, up for grabs, and it's knocked loose again, but there's a foul called. And it's going to be on Dolney. So no jump ball. It was all still very loose. And it's only the first on Dolney.
Yeah.
8th team foul now on Lawrence Tech as it's piling up on both sides. And this has been the 5th straight possession in which there has not been any other buckets other than 3 throws.
And just like you said, John, there's been a battle of the free throws there. Here, look at this. For free throw attempts, 20 or 28 for Lawrence Tech, 13 or 17 for Aquinas, now 13 for 18.
Missing the second, McEvans with the rebound. So now it's a 1-point lead for the Saints. A give and go to Beavers. One-on-one McGee. Down low inside the box. And Beavers about for the rebound and could not put up the bucket. Jared Larry quickly on it. Inside for Brown Boyd. And he gets it in. Just rolled in with all the contact by Aaron Dolney.
Let's see if the Blue Devils can go to work here. Down by 3.
McEvans down low, and it's a block. Donovan Brown Boyd with the rejection.
Donovan Brown Boyd said, get that stuff out of here.
The Saints are starting to heat up a bit. As even though Lawrence Tech still has the 1-point lead in the second half, let alone 21 to 20 in terms of the points scored. Step back 3 by Lund, and it goes in. Blake Lund, with all of his free throws, has now added 2 3-pointers to his resume here in the second half. Larry, a kick out. Brown Boyd, a 3-ball. Just rolls off. A battle for the rebound is run by Sinner inside the paint. Good pressure by Dolney. Sinner's trapped. Nearby the elbow. Gets it down low. And a block from behind by Lund. Beavers over to Giannoulis. Down low again, and it's a foul call before the shot. Blake Lund with outstanding defense.
What a block that was. And Sinner will get this 4th foul. Now 3 players for Aquinas in foul trouble.
Blake Lund comes into the game for one reason and one reason only. Is to basically ball out and create a lot of defensive stops. He did so in the last game with the incredible play to keep the ball in play in front of the LTU bench. Those are the kind of plays that keeps him coming off the bench every day.
And that is why Giannis is definitely making the most presence out of him.
A battle for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. The possession's going to go to Aquinas, but Lawrence Tech will get the arrow back after the inbound play.
Woo.
Blake Lund is doing it all tonight. He's up to 14 on the night. 9 of those are free throws. 9 points on free throws, 6.
This has been a low scoring but an incredible performance here so far.
Tied at 52 now. Giannoulis, one-on-one with Larry. Spin around, a kick out on a low bounce. Step back, and he nearly walked, but yet Brown Boyd gets it in. Took all of his time and knocked down a crucial 3.
And Josh Pickens is not happy the way that he saw on the last possession from Aquinas.
One-on-one, got double teamed, and he's going to be called for the walk. Timeout called by Josh Pickens, and he is livid enough. He wants answers, and he wants answers right now.
Pickens is got to be livid right now.
This is a full timeout on the floor. So you see how the pace of this game is going. We finally get a couple of possessions that don't end up in free throws, and we get some high pace tension on both sides with every single shot. What's it going to come down to? Is it going to be a contested shot, or is it will be free throws?
This is high-intensity basketball, and the way we've seen things, it's been back and forth all around. Who wants to have the ball more? But, you know, this is where this is all about. Oh, you play well, you try to work hard for your defense. You know, the Blue Devils definitely have the momentum picking up here in the second half, but right now it is starting. I mean, you fall a little dip a little bit. So right now, the Blue Devils hopefully need to get some work to do. They're not far off there. They're down by only 3. They got to get some work done before this game ends.
It'll be Aquinas' ball to start out of this timeout. Lawrence Tech is trying to go for their 6th straight victory. It would be their 5th straight in conference play. And knowing that what lies ahead via the conference schedule, they have Rochester coming up this weekend, and then next Wednesday an even tougher matchup against Indiana Tech, the top team in the whole WAC.
Yeah, Aquinas will take on Indiana Tech, and of course Lawrence Tech will take on Rochester. Another home game for the Blue Devils.
3 straight here at the Don. Don't want to miss any of it. Spin around inside the paint, off the mark, but there's a foul, and they're gonna get on Yanulsis. Giannis Yanulsis trying to go after the rebound, ran right to the back of Jared Larry. And that's gonna bring in Nathaniel Ward. That's only the second foul on Yanulsis. Ward has 4. So, but yet this is the motto of Josh Pickens. If one man does not do his job, the next one comes in. So now Larry again, who is already at 15 on the night, makes the first on the 1-and-1. 19 fouls for Lawrence Tech, 11 at this point for Aquinas.
And right now, 21 personal fouls for Aquinas, 16 for Lawrence Tech.
Larry extends the lead to make it to 5 right now. Largest lead of the night thus far for Aquinas. Inside, Lund, and he's going to be called for the walk. Very close.
It was close. Blake Lund couldn't believe it.
That's the second turnover on Lund in the last 2 possessions. And he has been their most elite player so far in the second half. Down low, all alone. Brown Boyd got it up high off the glass. Now the lead is up to 7. Beavers and the Blue Devils trying to find some answers and find it quick. Under 6 minutes left to go. Gonzalez, and it goes out of bounds on another turnover. Josh Pickens is going to call another timeout. And this again is going to be another full timeout taken. 3 straight turnovers on 3 straight possessions for Lawrence Tech.
And this has been brutal right now. Well, right now, Blue Devils need to find some answers right now. Down by 7 with under 6 to go. They cannot let the fouls get ahead of them. They need to work hard and try to work on smart defense.
Lawrence Tech leads the entire WAC in fewest turnovers per game. They averaged 10 per game. That was turnover number 11 on the night.
Right.
So you take a team, and Aquinas is not that far behind with 6 turnovers, but still, you take effect 11 turnovers, and Aquinas has taken most of the advantage. Only 12 points of a turnovers, so not full advantage.
Right. And this is the Blue Devils need to do. They got to limit the turnovers, limit the foul play. They got to work deep. Now, right now, we take a look at the other scores around WAC. Of course, Lord's leading Concordia 66-56. We got 2 finals there. Of course, Cornerstone dominating against U of M Dearborn, and then Rochester winning against Cleary. Madonna leading Northwestern Ohio with about 5 minutes to go in the second half. And of course, Siena Heights and Indiana Tech early in the second half, getting things started. Indiana Tech with a 66-35 lead.
Bit of a miscommunication on the pass. They get it out to Brown Boyd. Good leg stop there by Ward to force an out-of-bounds play. But on that, it's an illegal kick, so therefore it resets the shot clock. You can only get away with that for so much, but yet they made the rule that for the kick ball, it resets the shot clock for the team on offense. So a fresh 20 for the Saints.
So right now the Blue Devils need to work on their defense there. Hopefully Coach Pickens can help get the set play going.
Five and a half minutes left to go in this second half. What has been low scoring, a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws, back and forth. And they're going to get Jared Larry for the walk. So after 3 straight turnovers by Lawrence Tech, Aquinas repays the favor with a turnover of their own. That's number 7.
All right, now Blue Devils go to work now.
Foul
away from the play.
They're going to give McGee as Beavers hit the deck.
And you see Brendan Beavers was trash talking to some of the Aquinas players.
Check that. It's actually on Jared Larry for an illegal screen. Beavers got tripped up as he passed the ball trying to get around the screen, and that's a 4th foul on Jared Larry.
So now 3 players for Aquinas on foul trouble.
I mean, with 5 minutes left, anybody can foul out at this point, and it'd be a real test.
Brendan Beavers now 4 for 5 from the free throw line, now making 5 for 6.
Larry goes to the bench. Larson to return to the court. .506 left to go in what is now a 6-point game. Beavers to try to make it at 5. Does so with that. And now we get technical fouls delivered, and this was a double technical, so
wow.
So it's one technical foul was issued to Nathaniel Ward, and the other was on Menelito McGee. And we saw at the end of the first half that Ward and McGee were going after each other, just jawing, and Ward with that one, he's fouled out. 4 fouls, and I think that also disqualifies McGee as well.
Yeah, looks like McGee's done.
So the refs have really played lawmakers here tonight. And what has been just fouls aplenty. If this was football, it'd be laundry day out there.
No doubt.
So after all that, Aquinas remains with possession. Down low to Larson. One-on-one on a mismatch with Lund. Inside. Larson gets it over, but cannot put it to finish, and Lund with the rebound. Quickly on it. Beavers gets through the paint, and he gets the layup. 3-point game.
Brendan Beavers now leading the team with 15 points.
4.5 left to go.
Can the Blue Devils hopefully catch up to where they need to be?
Around the perimeter, Larson down low, Brown Boyd, straight up for Yanusis, and he gets the block, and they're gonna call a foul on the strip, and everybody's going ballistic.
And the crowd doesn't believe it.
3rd foul on Giannis Yanusis. That's gonna send Donovan Brown Boyd to the line. And just to give you an idea how many fouls are called, once on the scoreboard here, it's 10 fouls on each side, but it's more than 10 in the game. And Boyd misses the first. The whole crowd here at Lawrence Tech is showing their displeasure and trying to get into the head of Donovan Brown Boyd.
Even the crowd cannot believe that foul call.
And it just rolled in on the second attempt. It's now back to a 4-point game. What else can happen tonight?
It's been a 10 so far.
Beavers was backing up. He's now inside. Kicked it out to Lund. And Lund nearly lost the handle. Beavers thought about it. Over to Yanulsis. The corner three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Devin Boyd. Definitely if that would have went in, this place would have went ballistic, making it a 1-point game. Boyd got to round. To the rim, he lays it in.
Nicely done by Devin Boyd.
Boyd has been quiet tonight. One of the more premier players. Gonzalez over to Beavers. Inside the lane. Beavers gets around and he gets fouled.
Woo. Talking about a good pacing run there from Brandon Beavers.
Fourth foul now on Donovan Brown Boyd. That's going to send Beavers again to the line. 6 for 7 tonight.
So right now we got 5 players on Aquinas now in foul trouble. And Brandon Beavers now 6 for 7 from the free throw line.
Gets the first. Cameron McEvans comes back in. So again, it's a guard-heavy lineup. The one forward being Alejandro Gonzalez.
And of course we got a final here for Concordia. Lords getting the victory 68-61.
A little help from the rim. Beavers 2 for 2 on this bout. Making it again a 4-point game. Crowd starting to come to life. Down low, Brown Boyd. Pull-up jumper is good. Lawrence Tech trying to respond. Beavers inside again with Larson on his heel, but he gets it in. Back and forth for response.
Of course, Brandon Beaver finds an open lane and he just slots it into the basket.
To the corner. Brown Boyd, he gets the 3 from the corner. Timeout called by Aquinas as they're up by 7.
Unbelievable.
The Saints trying to play spoilers to end the winning streak of Lawrence Tech as we take a full timeout. So, Jan, the way that the pace is going, technical fouls aplenty, free throws aplenty. We're finally getting some points added on, and what is a more familiar score right now, 60-67.
I mean, this is a tough break now for the Blue Devils to get things going. I mean, they have the momentum early in the second half, but sometimes fouls definitely going to cost them dearly. But right now, the Blue Devils hopefully trying to throw everything they have, especially in the kitchen sink, and they need to work fast if they want to come back and win this game.
A total of 23 bench points for Aquinas compared to the 18 of Lawrence Tech, and most of that is courtesy of Blake Lund for Lawrence Tech with 14 on the night. Beavers has 19. This game cannot get any closer than what it is. And now Aquinas is leading in most of the shooting categories throughout this second half, which is regained.
Yeah, the Blue Devils are definitely running out of their luck. Winning streak could be over very soon.
Beavers gives way, a give and go. Beavers with a long 3, he drains it! He makes it a 4-point game again. 2 minutes left to go. Beavers with hard pressure. Nearly a trap. Is able to get it off to Weir.
Crowd is roaring it.
A give and go. Devin Boyd. Off the screen. A hit from behind. Shot clock is down to 3. They got to get a shot out. The floater just off. Boyd gets the rebound, but he's fouled. Beavers with a foul, and Brown Boyd is going to go back to the line.
Beavers now with his third.
Only the third foul on Brandon Beavers, but you got to give a lot of credit to Donovan Brown Boyd. He does not give up on those offensive boards. He has gotten more self-rebounds than anybody else on the court right now.
Especially, he has 23 points tonight, 7 and 12 from the field, and now 7 and 13 from the free throw line, which he's about to shoot too. Brandon Boyd is definitely an outstanding player for Aquinas so far.
One of the more premier talents in the entire conference. Goes 2 for 2 this time around. A minute and a half. Step back three by Beavers. He drills it. Beavers trying to take command for Lawrence Tech.
Blue Devils hopefully trying to have the momentum that they wanted to, and Brandon Beavers done just that. Now it's a tense game.
Boyd gives and go to Weir. Long feed, and their takeaway line into the stands. That's just a pure hustle of Blake Lund trying to get to the steal. And we're going to get a timeout called on the process, a full timeout. So this will still be Aquinas ball from the sideline. And again, Brandon Beavers, he will take control of the game at his own risk. And he basically did that with back-to-back three-pointers. We're at a minute left to go in what is now a three-point game. Lawrence Tech needs a critical stop here in order to make this a tie game.
Yeah, 3 will give them the tie. Well, like I said, gotta have the coverage. 2-3 zone is what they needed to have for the Blue Devils. They want to work things through here, and if they want to come back, they need to come back and hopefully win this game, because we only got a minute left to go in this game, and things could happen here anyway.
1:01 left to go in what has been a closer game than you could ever imagine. The lead changes are aplenty. The score after the first half, it looked like it'd be a lot lower than this, but it's actually showing up a lot more.
Absolutely, and this is where things need to go from there. Right now we got a final at Northwestern Ohio. Madonna getting the victory 108-75 in Lima.
So Menelito McGee, he's back in. He only has 4 fouls.
So
one of those was a technical. So on the inbound, nearly out of bounds, but Brown Boyd stepped out. Lawrence Tech with the possession.
Brown Boyd is done. Oh.
So the moment is basically there. Lawrence Tech with the turnover. Can they capitalize? Beavers with the pickup. Step back, Beavers off the mark. And a rebound is made by Devin Boyd. Nearly could have. Another potential stop.
Trying to melt the clock.
McGee trying to run down the clock. Everybody aware. 30 seconds left. A floater underneath. Larson, he gets the finish. That might have put the finishing touch. Lawrence Tech might try.
And he had 3 and 2.
And a near loss. Beavers, a drive down the lane, and he gets hammered, and we get another technical foul delivered. It's going to be on Andrew Larson as Beavers was trying to go up for a possible dunk. I mean, there's 12.3 seconds left. That's the third technical foul that's been issued against Aquinas. The third different player, rather. And now head coach Ryan Batoya, he's been at it with the officials all night. Everybody's been at it with the officials all night with the amount of fouls that have been called. And at this
officials
point,
are having a field day right now.
Beavers will shoot it. If he makes both, it would still be a 2-point, it would still be a 3-point game. Makes it first. So one more to shoot. Beavers makes both. So it is still Aquinas' ball. Lawrence second foul to send one person to the line to hope and a couple of misses in what is now a 3-point game. So here's the game. They do foul quickly, only takes a second off, and they foul on Devin Boyd. And now Lawrence can only hope that it's only a couple of misses or just basically both miss. It's basically all hope at this point.
Absolutely. There is hope. It's not too late just yet.
Misses the first. Lawrence will have to act quickly if this next one misses.
We want the crowd to get louder here.
Boyd makes the second and makes it a 4-point game. Beavers will try to hurry. Beavers in the lane. He gets the layup. And a quick timeout is called by Josh Pickens. 4.9 seconds left in what is now a 2-point game. This is just like the women's game. Down to the wire.
Down
shot
to
for
the
shot.
wire. Yes. It could get any close. But with a 2-point lead, anything can happen.
Call it what you want. Definitely not game of the year, but still a high contested battle for conference play. And because the score is basically a lot better looking than what it has been the entire game. Lawrence Tech still leads the second half, 42-40, but it was the deficit at the half in which has kept Aquinas in the lead at 32-28 after the end of the first half. Aquinas is trying to bounce back after a loss on the road against Lourdes.
It can go either way. Right now, Coach Pickens is hoping to have a set play.
Once again, Lawrence Tech will probably have to foul to give themselves a chance and hope for just at least one miss. 2-point game. A miss would make it within 3 at least. They will get it in, and they do foul quickly. Dolney with the foul, and that will send McGee to the line. So this is the hope. One miss at least will give Lawrence Tech a chance.
Absolutely.
McGee for his season, an 89% three-throw shooter. Off the mark. There's the moment. There's the chance. This will come down to one final shot. Off the mark again. Time is winding down. Beavers throws it up. And it just rolled off. Aquinas escapes with the victory. The Saints have snapped the 5-game winning streak.
One shot, just one shot. We almost had it.
Aquinas snaps the 5-game winning streak of Lawrence Tech. And it's a 72-70 finish here at Don Riddler Fieldhouse. We're going to wrap things up because Lawrence Tech, they've got a lot to look forward to as they're going to come back here this coming Saturday against Rochester And then back here again next Wednesday when they take on Indiana Tech. So for Jan Volker, I'm John Stowe. We're signing out for now saying thank you for joining us on the Lawrence Tech Sports Network. Good night, everybody.